Hi guys, welcome back to Rad's Retreat, the wood turning section of my YouTube channel. On this video and the previous video we're reviewing the 3M Versa Flow TR300. I've been using it now for about 14 months. I got it when I got my new lathe. It's been very good. I've been very surprised with it, especially with the battery. You know, these manufacturers, a lot of them, they'll say, oh, batteries last for so and so, you know, such a length of time, and you get them and they never do seem to last as long as they say. I had the Trend air shield before this particular unit, and you know, even that, when it was fairly new, it was supposed to last 8 hours on 2 batteries, but I was lucky if I got 4 hours out of it. So they never seem to last as long. But this one, actually, I've tested it and it actually lasts longer than what 3M say it does. This battery is supposed to last for 10 hours of continuous use. Now I've tested it under load, and it's actually lasted for in excess of 12 hours of continuous use. That's not turning it off, turning it on, turning it off, turning it on. That's 12 hours of continuous on time. So the batteries are brilliant. Takes about 4 hours to charge. This is a high capacity one. Takes about 4 hours, I think, to charge. Most of the charge is done in the first hour, or 90 minutes, something like that, and then the rest of the charge is just a trickle charge. It's a brilliant unit. I've been highly impressed with it. You can see the controls on top, the main blue on-off button. When you turn it on, it does a self-check. When you turn it on, it does a self-check. There's a display here. There's a light comes on to say that power's on. There's a light comes on. Basically, if the battery's not got enough power, you'll hear an audible alarm, and then you'll see a red blinking battery. And also, if there's not enough airflow, so let's say the airflow is obstructed, or if you need to change the air filter, you'll get an audible alarm and also a red blinking flash fan symbol, if you can see that there. But the audible alarm's plenty loud enough for you to hear, even when the unit's turned on and you've got the head unit on. I'll just turn it on. One thing I would like to say about this unit is it puts out way more air than the air shield ever did. I mean, the air shield, don't get me wrong, I'm not pulling it to bits. It gave me 8 years of good use, and it got some heavy use. But this thing, if the air shield was like a brisk breeze, then this thing puts out a tornado. I'll just turn it on, and then it might show. Yeah, I'll turn it on and you'll see the output. If you're wondering what this is on the end, it's actually a latex glove that I put on the ends. I've got one, actually. That's where the pipe attaches to on the head unit. I put those on because I have to store these in my workshop, and I didn't want any nasty little creatures crawling up into the pipe work. You know, you're alright putting it on and you start breathing and suddenly you've got an earwig in your mouth or whatever. So I put those on. It just made sense, you know, put something flexible on. So I'll turn it on anyway, guys, and you'll be able to see it inflate that rubber glove quite easily. And then if I leave it on, you'll actually hear and see the alarms that go off to say that there's an obstruction to the airway. That's the beep that tells it's on. And you'll hear the fan ramp up. As you can see, that's got plenty of air pressure. Hello, hello. Can you hear it ramping up? What it's trying to do is it thinks that the air filter's blocked. So what it's trying to do is ramp up to try and get good air through to you. Can you hear here's the audible alarm? Can you see the yeah. That's the audible alarm, and you can see the visual alarm as well, the fan. So what you have to do is either get rid of the obstruction or turn it off. Now you're probably thinking, crikey, that was quite loud. Yeah, it was quite loud because the fan had ramped up, because it thinks that the air filter was blocked, but it was still trying to get air to you, if you know what I mean. It was trying to make sure that you still had enough air. So it ramps up automatically. What I'll do now is I'll take this cover off, and you'll be able to hear the sound of it, what it normally makes when it's attached to the helmet. So if you'll just bear with me, guys. Right guys, there's the connector. It's got these two little push things here as well, and what they do is, I'll take the back off this, take the cover off this. That's where it connects to, and what happens is, I hope you can see this because it's pretty awkward if not. You just push it on and click. Can you see? That's how it connects. Now, hopefully you can still see it, and you just push those like that and off it comes. So click on and off. Dead simple. So right, I'll turn it on now, and you'll be able to hear how loud it is under normal conditions. Gives you a tone when you first turn it on to tell you that it's got power, and that's as loud as it is. That's as much as you hear. And bearing in mind, that isn't on your head. The noise from this isn't, you know, on your head. It's round the back of your back. So unlike the air shield, you haven't got a fan whirring away on your head. The fan's at the back of your, you know, on your lower back behind you. You barely hear it, to be honest. Whilst you're wearing it, you barely hear anything. So that's the noise it makes, and there's plenty of output from it. See if it'll, you can see it's not very how can I show you better? There we go. A little bit of tissue will show you. Watch. See, there's plenty of airflow there. Plenty. Puts out way more airflow than my air shield ever did. Way more. As I say, if the air shield put out a breeze, this one puts out a tornado. So we turn it off. And there we go. And that's it, it's off. The head unit is very, very light and comfortable to wear. It's got a cradle, as you can see, and an adjustable thing here that you tighten up and loosen up. There's your seal round the underneath of your chin and your face, which is very comfortable, by the way. And once the unit's going, this skirt here blows up like a balloon. not massively, you know, but it puffs out under the pressure. So that in itself tells you that it, you know, the unit puts out plenty of air. As you can see, that's where you plug in. It's then diverted round the top of your head and down through an inlet, which is, hang on, there. Can you see that blue flap? That's the flap I was on about in the previous video, where you can direct it either onto your face or onto the visor. In the summer you can have it sort of 80% on your face and 20% on the visor. In the winter you can have it sort of 50% on your face, 50% on the visor. That's a really good feature. It's very, very comfortable to wear, and you can wear it for extended periods. What I found was with the air shield, I was when I'd, you know, done the job I was working on, I would take it off because it wasn't the most comfortablest of things to wear. Whereas this, I leave it on, which can only be a good thing, because the longer you've got that respirator on, bear in mind, even when you finish the job, there's still air hanging around in the air. There's still air hanging around in the air. How stupid am I? There's still dust hanging around in the air. So if you're still wearing the come on, back in focus. If you're still wearing the item, then you're not breathing that dust in. Right guys, I'll cut it off there. That's just some of the features of it. It's a brilliant, brilliant mask system. It really is top quality. But then again, it should be. It's £700 plus. But if you've got that kind of money, I can't think of a better mask personally. It's used in industry, so you know you're going to be alright for spare parts. Spare parts is no problem. They sell them all over the place. The filters are fairly cheap to buy. The cartridge filters, similar to what will be in your carb on a smaller scale, obviously. Cartridge filters very well. I've not noticed any dust collecting. Normally you would expect dust to collect in the bottom of the skirt when you turned it off, but I've not found any dust collected in there so far, which means it's working, you know, perfectly. Basically it's working properly as it should. But it costs a lot of money, but it, you know, provides a lot of protection. Really is worth the money. I do a lot of wood turning. I'm not a professional, but I do a lot of wood turning, and you know, you don't want to be breathing in that dust. Right, I'll end it here guys. YouTube only allows me 15 minutes and I've probably gone over already. So we'll catch you on the next one. There's something else I want to show you about dust control as well. Catch you on the next one guys. Take care, bye bye.